Yeah, what's up, people? Welcome back to another episode of, well, not another episode, but a new playthrough of Metaphor ReFantazio. This is going to be a really, really cool game, so we're diving back into the RPGs, and this ought to be really interesting. Because this game is made by the same people who made Persona and the Shin Megami Tensei series. So this is going to be quite an interesting game. This is a totally new stream of games. Well, I guess it might be a turn into its own series, as we're about to see. But yeah, and hopefully my internet does not freak out this time like it did in the last video that I had, the last stream that I had with the ending of Sonic X Shadow Generations. But we're gonna keep it moving, right? We're gonna keep it moving. So yeah, but this is gonna be a new game just entirely. So let's see what this is about.
I trust this will suffice.
God smiles upon the generous.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar!
Whoa, what's going on here?
A land grotesque as its people. You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one.
Hmm.
That dream died long ago. You should have done the same.
Dang.
Kingdom will perish alongside you.
Dang. The heck is murdering the king?
By my hand.
Wow.
I cannot fathom it.
What a
His
douchebag.
Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the
I wonder who could have
prince's
killed
brow
him.
to wilt, without an heir to wear the crown. What will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
By the way, if you have not already subscribed to the channel, please be sure to subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, Joxiah'sTruthblade, or if you're watching this on Twitch, please be sure to follow.
The king's chambers, let alone draw close.
And yet, His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade with all the royal bloodline's magic.
So this is
harm him at all.
more so based on the medieval
Just as they did
culture,
with
the medieval times.
What
It
hellbound
seems.
soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity?
Who would dare? Reminds me of Game of Thrones a little bit.
A shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has to ask, them dead, who shall take the throne?
Why, none but I, of course. Look at him, he's obviously the main antagonist of this game. Whoa, we're in Tokyo. I'm totally going into this game blind, by the way. Things are gonna be being burnt. Shoji Meguro. Things are being censored. metaphor, ReFantazio. Alright, well, I guess that was the whole intro. Huh. Interesting. Auto advanced dialogue with a voice.
Who's there? I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight.
Scheming man.
Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest? Curiosity. Would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. One who meets my eyes across a strange threshold.
Well, I guess I shall tell you. Who are you? Who shall guide the protagonist? Well, it's none other than me. You will name the protagonist later. Alright. I wanted to name the protagonist after me, but this is interesting. I mean, I'll name them the same. I'll just change the S to an X, I guess. But it just doesn't feel right. Who shall guide the protagonist? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, who is this person supposed to be?
Ah, a most unusual name. I've never heard in our world. Which suggests to me you might reside in a world beyond ours.
Yeah, I'll just name him this for now. Well, I'll just give him my real name, like, who am I, who is guiding the protagonist.
It is a curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold. Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy. But can it truly be dismissed as something so far removed from you?
I guess we can only tell.
If indeed you wish to cross
We can only see.
world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation?
Not always.
Wishful thinking, more than fiction. Something capable of affecting the realities beyond its bounds. This must be what you believe.
Yep.
I confess, my own answer still eludes me. But consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire to make the world better than it is, then that into a new reality.
Gotta turn our dreams into reality.
Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. I'm thoroughly invested now myself.
Problem is, not everything in our life is in our own control.
So, let this tale begin.
Alright. So we have storyteller For players who want to focus purely on the story, battles pose no threat of death. This difficulty being changed. I'll go with normal for now. Since I'm familiar with RPGs, I'll go with normal for now. What we're gonna do, we're gonna probably end up pulling the answer where at the very end we have to switch the difficulty to easy because it's too hard.
The capital's just through this desert.
Is it true then? The king is dead.
Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Monsters, huh?
Hmm.
I've certainly been hearing the stories.
To say nothing of the vacant throne. There's a storm coming. Mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
Of course, speak of monsters or bandits or they shall appear.
Come on, let's see some respect for the militia. Us folk, we're commoners. No crown or church will save us.
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is little tribute. You're with us or against us? And if you're against us...
An igniter? How'd they get one of those?
Of course, they're gonna threaten us.
Next one. Huh? Look at you. What have we got here? He's an elder. So he is. No horns, no knife ears. Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital?
Hey man, hands off me.
What's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy. Hold it!
Dang.
Should have listened to us, chum. Now fall in line. That's all against stuff like that.
Sheesh.
You drew steel. I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Stand aside!
Dang. Push us off a cliff.
Ugh, this place already feels like a death trap.
Holy moly.
You hear all that stuff about Lord Luis saving us? Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached?
So this is her name, Galissa, or Gallica. She's a
They
cutie.
didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
Our mission, huh? What mission?
What mission?
Oh, he speaks! Oh, yo! No more silent protagonist. Okay, this is quite interesting.
Come on. This is no time for jokes. You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right? The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back.
Tradia Desert.
Think we'll make it?
Place is straight desert. You don't look hurt though. So that's good news. You can move, right? I'm thinking we should find a place where we can see the whole area. So, Obviously left stick to move. Right trigger to dash. R2 to dash while moving. Some actions you can perform and their corresponding controls are displayed at the bottom of the screen. And we also have a mini-map.
Let's go.
Oh, just keep going straight. We're looking for somewhere high up. Oh yeah, the camera moves smoothly. Okay, so that's good. And I only have so much AHP and SB. Wait, I'm sensing something close. Don't move.
Watch out.
Sandworm Volmo. Yeah, those look especially dangerous, so watch out. I don't think they've noticed us yet, though. Phase Sight. Press L2 to use Phase Sight. This ability lets you to see what Gallica senses in the environment. When you see an enemy you've never confronted before, it will show up as an unknown. Prepare as best you can.
Okay.
Interesting. Just avoid the enemies and head for high ground. Just follow that cliff on your right. Where there's a whole bunch of animals over there, too. There are monsters everywhere.
Strong ones ahead. We gotta be careful. Yikes. I think we're in a little over our heads.
Yeah, how are we supposed to fight?
Stay vigilant. These ones aren't messing around.
What is this?
Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do, right?
I have no idea. Refresh my memory.
What am I doing again?
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives? First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center. This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs or we die. And if it's all the same,
Pretty big.
I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through.
Yeah. No pressure.
Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road. You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. I mean, fairies say that at least. I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right?
Interesting. So you got a little bit of psychology in here, too.
Right.
It's as though music is playing directly in my mind. The effect of Gallica's magic is inspiring.
Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier.
I guess you could say that.
Look. Over there.
That's a road, isn't it? What a relief. Grand Trad is already in sight.
Let's go.
So we just gotta follow the road. Almost there. Let's keep moving and try to stay out of sight. I think that's the Grand Cathedral over there. It's big enough to use as a landmark.
Yep, we're safe here.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot we can dash.
They look pretty tough. Careful now.
What are these?
Like this.
I'm sensing danger close by. Oh, we got medicinal herbs.
If that will find a use for that. They look pretty tough. Careful now. Stay vigilant. These ones aren't messing around.
So we probably shouldn't attack any of them yet. Uh-oh, this is bad. Oh, it's those monsters again.
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic.
Magic.
The kingdom of Uchronia. The year is 785. Poverty breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built.
Dang.
By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
Oh, great seeker, bearer of fantasy empowered. Hear my wish, and come forth from thy epoch of... Wait, what? I couldn't finish that. Epoch of glory and guidance.
Whoa, just look.
It's a big city. You know, he looks like, he looks like, what's his name? I guess in, P3, Persona 3 protagonist had a baby, and he's it.
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead.
Dang.
There's no way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Erebus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin? Bless you. Oh,
Careful!
hurry.
Whoa.
Don't you have any street smarts? Come on, kid.
Yeah, I gotta be careful.
Look, we're not tourists here. Gotta stay focused.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only elder here, in the whole city even.
Yeah, I gotta be careful, it seems. Gotta keep a low profile.
The capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside. Not that it's very balanced. I see more Clamars and Rusants than anyone else.
Clamars and Rusants. Who are they?
Which means a dopey elder kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Try to keep your head down, okay?
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty? They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play, assassination.
Oh yeah.
Shh, careful who hears you say that.
All you gotta do is get, you know, have an autopsy, and it's very, very obvious.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
To see how the nation can come back from this.
Did not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
The king dead, his son stricken. Are there none left to bear the weight of the crown?
Little old scholar. So the king's dead, his son stricken.
We've done all in our power, but not even the kingdom's best, the saint, could purify this affliction.
Dang.
For 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? No doubt His Highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have no choice. For the man who cursed His Highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy. I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to.
Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
Ah, so this is my mission. Which is especially dire.
Hey, you listening?
Sorry, I was going through a flashback.
I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and Prince were pretty close.
Ah, so he was my best friend.
Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high-stakes part. You gotta go get enlisted, so you can meet up with our operative. Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne. That means if we get busted, that's it. Nobody's gonna save us. Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is. Shouldn't be too hard, considering the need for soldiers.
Yeah. How hard can it be? How hard can it be in this giant city? Do you know where we're going? Feel free to admit that you're lost and ask me for some advice. What to know in town? So we have to press this button to open the local map. If we're unsure what to do, press triangle. Gallica always has good ideas, or so she thinks.
Whatever will I do?
So we can save. Interesting. Okay.
Let's go see.
We don't have time for detours right now. If you're lost, check the map. Just go down the main street. You should find the recruitment center.
Alright then.
Okay, so this is how we open up the map. Interesting. Who is Count Louis?
So you?
An Elder, huh? Pretty unusual in these parts. Oh, not trying to be rude, just mind yourself. This city ain't the friendliest to us inferiors. Appreciate the advice. Yeah, be careful, they'll get you too. Just like all of us Paripas.
Simply amazing.
Look, over there you can see the royal palace. That's where the Grand Cathedral is. At least I assume so, since it's off the main street.
An elder? Here?
People are already noticing me.
Look at that. The new model's out now. I'd be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.
What's a magic igniter?
See? There's a couple in the window. Like an instrument plays a tune, an igniter casts magic. Pretty hard to come by out in the countryside. Can't imagine what it's like having to wave around some shiny stick to use magic. Me? I can whip out magic anytime I like. And I can even see the magla in the air. Though, I'm not exactly an archmage.
Wonders never cease. A fairy and an elden child. Are you new to our fair city? Well, I suggest you keep a low profile. Trust me when I say you don't want to catch the eyes of the lords and ladies.
Thanks for the advice.
Ahead of myself. I run this humble shop. Are you in the market for an igniter? Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter and would make the perfect souvenir.
The royal scepter?
The royal scepter?
You really never heard of it. Wow. Where do I even start?
Hey, I'm new to this world, okay? Give me a break.
Symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty. passed down through generations. If you believe the legends, it houses incredible magic. World-shattering power. More practically, you might call it the world's most potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough of a deterrent to stave off invasion.
Now he's dead. No living heir either.
Tragic, isn't it? Kingly magic is of little use without a king. You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
I'll keep that in mind.
A word of caution then.
I keep saying that,
Your survival is your own responsibility.
but he speaks. I keep forgetting that he speaks. That this isn't Persona.
It's unnecessarily ominous. She has a point, though.
Oh, so I can open this up anytime. Unusual music and magic, an unusual variety of magic that causes the listener to become aware of their state of mind through the form of sound and music. As it is the modest form of magic with seemingly no... Interesting. The royal magic, a powerful magic passed down through the generations of Ancronian kings, evoked through a unique magic igniter called the royal scepter. It has tremendous a power that can bring about anything the king desires. There are several records of its use in the long history of the kingdom.
We need to be careful. Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals. We've got a recruitment office to find.
Your survival is your own responsibility. Very true. Oh, I joined the army because I looked up to the... What's the state army gonna do now? We won't find any decent recruits. Interesting. More people to listen to.
Let's go see.
What am I to do?
No air. All we can hope is a civil war, huh?
Leave it out, mate.
Megalith Grand Cathedral. I was hoping that we blend in with the crowd and no one would have noticed that you're an elder, but the people here have sharper eyes than I thought. We don't want to draw attention, but hiding your tribe is only gonna make it worse. People may insult you, but do your best to stand tall.
Right.
Easier said than done, I'm sure, but it's for the sake of the mission. And on that note, the recruitment center we're looking for should be just ahead. The royal bloodlines completely.
I'm out of ideas.
Things felt better with Lord Louis was still central in the army.
Let's go see.
I think it's gonna be over here. And Elda, why are you here? Why? Who brought this? Who brought this boy here? What's it doing in a town like this? Oh my gosh, these people are racist.
That must be the recruitment center. Best as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. So long as you don't compromise the mission, you're fine. Good luck in there. Knock 'em dead.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, you got this.
A blue blood, are you? The army's no place for velvet swaddled lordlings. Why are you here? Perhaps
Haughty captain.
your noble family collapsed under its own weight. Is that it?
Oh man.
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's work. I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
An uppity one, aren't you? Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die screaming and bloody in service of your country. Mark my words.
Dang.
War will turn your arrogance to piss. When your corpse is plucked from the mud, do try to look patriotic.
Dang.
Words, Captain. You think threats will buy loyalty? No wonder nobody respects the Guard anymore. But I'm here now, so perhaps the kingdom isn't a lost cause.
Insolent pup! You will learn your place.
Don't. The healers have enough on their plates already.
Be gone, and be thankful you're still in one piece. All right, next. Hurry it up. An elder? I thought your kind was long gone. Age 18. An orphan.
I wonder why they
The
were
army can always use more
endangered.
So, what brings you to enlist?
I need money, I'm just so bored. I mean, I want to fight for change, I guess. Y'all seem pretty desperate, so...
I want to fight for real change.
Lofty words for a gutter rat with an empty coin purse, no? So, what can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
I mean, if I'm being honest with myself, I wonder if this has anything to do with, like, the stats that you're gonna get. I'm small, but I'm quick. I got a sharp mind.
I've got a sharp mind.
Yes, you and every unschooled troglodyte.
Dang.
Last order of business. Make your mark or sign your name if you're actually literate.
Enter the name of this story's protagonist. Alright, here we go. Alright, you already know what his name's gonna be. I really want to name him, like... See... I should have used my real name here, and then, like, this, the way this is spelled earlier, but you know what? I'll go with this, I guess. Is this really how I want it to be? What if I just gave him the same name? Let's just see. That just fits better. Is there no way to change the name that I gave to the other system or whatever? There's no way to change that, huh? There is absolutely no way to change it. What if I did this? Dang, I want this to be unique. But I still wanted to sound like me. Josiah, no. What if I did this? Nah, that just looks weird. About Josie. I think it's because I've always named my protagonists after me. This feels that feels weird to start naming this dude anything else. Alright, I'm gonna try this one more time. See how this looks. No, it still doesn't. Do I want to put the Y there? Ugh. No, should I go with how Josiah? Oh man, this should not be. The problem is, it's like I don't know what's gonna happen if I name him the exact same name that I gave the system. I'm gonna be mad if me naming the system the same name I'm gonna be mad if I actually never see that again. Assuming that I'm naming the protagonist different. And see, it'd be one thing if it was a different, if the main character was a different gender. That'd be one thing. Screw it. You know what? I'm just gonna name him after me. And I don't want to do JoJo. That's just no. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna do that.
You know your letters do. We'll get some use out of you yet. All right, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
Yes.
I'm sure you heard about the monster sightings, so stay sharp out there. We're short-handed as it is, so be a good lad and try not to get. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission. On your way now. Up to
All right.
Next.
Gotcha. What a long line. Guess we got no choice but to wait our turn. Queue up for some divisions. Well, I think this is going to be a good place to stop. So we're almost an hour into this game, and it's already very interesting. Yeah, I'm really liking the game so far. It's really, really cool, and I think we're gonna see more connections that this game has with Persona and Shin Megami Tensei, and this is gonna be like a very new like type of series for Atlus. So this is all really cool. I'm really excited. I'm really glad to see what this game is gonna be like. Hopefully it's not going to take as long as Persona, but we'll see. Or at least as long as Persona 3 Reload. The last time I did that, 125 parts. Goodness gracious. So yeah, so we're going to save the game right here. Call it a night. And, you know, when we come back, we'll be back with more Metaphor ReFantazio. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the game and all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitch and